Saho, etiquette. You are standing in a Shizen no Kame with the Jutte in your right hand with the Kisaki tip pointed down to the ground. The palm of your left hand is on the front of your left hip. You bow the upper body forward and then return to an upright position. Sayu Shizen no Kame, left and right natural posture. You are standing in a natural posture with your feet about hip width apart. Your arms are hanging down by your side with the Jutte in your right hand with the Kisaki pointed down towards the ground. Jumanji no Kame, figure 10 posture. You are standing with the right foot forward and the arms are crossed in front of your chest with your left arm closest to your chest. The Jutte can be either in your right hand or in your left hand. You can also do this posture with the left foot forward. You can also do this posture with your arms held close to your chest with the Jutte passing underneath the opposite arm that the Jutte is in. Muso no Kame or Kage no Kame, clear mind posture or hidden hand posture. This posture is the same as Shizen no Kame, but the Jutte is hidden behind the thigh. Mizo-tori or Suicho no Kame, water bird posture. You are in Ichimonji-like footwork. Your left hand is in a Fudoken fist on the inside of your left thigh. Your right hand is holding the Jutte with the Kisaki tip pointed down to the ground, and the Jutte is hidden behind the right thigh. Your body is shifted forward over your left leg, presenting the head as a target. Ichi no Kame, first posture. You are in left forward Ichimonji like footwork. The right hand is to the inside of your left thigh. The Jutte is in your right hand with your right arm pointed straight forward with the elbow slightly bent. The Kisaki, or tip, is pointed at the uke's throat, and the Kage, or sume, hook, is pointed off to your right. Seigan no Kame, natural eye posture. You are in left forward Ichimonji like footwork, and the left hand is to the inside of the left thigh. The right hand is at your heart holding the Jutte with the Kisaki tip pointed at the uke's eyes. Sakate Seigan no Kame, underhanded natural eye posture. This is the same kame as Ichi no Kame, except that the Jutte is held with the Kisaki pointing straight downward, and the Jutte is being used as a shield. Ten no Kame, heaven posture, also known as Jodan no Kame. You are in a right forward Ichimonji like footwork, and the left hand is in a Fudoken at the left hip. The right arm is raised forward with the elbow bent so that the tip of the Jutte, the Kisaki, is pointed upward and to the left, crossing across in front of your body and above your head in a shield-like manner. The Kagi, or sume, the hook, is forward to your opponent. Ippon Matsu no Kame, solitary pine tree posture. You are in right forward ichimonji-like footwork. The left hand is in a fudoken at the left hip. The right arm is extended forward toward the uke with the elbow slightly bent. The jutte is held in the right hand with the kasaki tip pointed straight up, and the kage or sume hook is pointed at your opponent. Tachi Geidan no Kame, standing low posture. You are in right forward ichimonji like footwork. The left fist is in a fudoken at the left hip. The right arm is extended forward and downward, holding the jutte with the kasaki tip pointed downward at the uke's legs. Tento or man uchi, top of the head strike. You start in any kind of kame and step forward and strike downward vertically with the ground to the top of the head to tento with the mono uchi or shaft of the jutte. As you strike, snap the wrist in a whip-like action. Hidari kubi suji uchi, left nape of the neck strike. Starting in any kame, bring the jutte overhead in a counterclockwise direction. Then stepping forward with the right leg, strike with the wrist snapping motion to the base of the left neck where it attaches to the shoulder with the mono uchi. Migi kubi suji uchi, right nape of the neck strike. This is the same as the left version, except that you bring the jutte overhead in a clockwise fashion and strike to the base of the right neck. Gedan uchi, low-level strike. This is a strike to any part of the leg, either inside or outside of the leg, whether the leg is forward or back. Kote uchi, forearm strike. This is a diagonal strike downward onto kote, the forearm near the wrist. You can either step to the right and strike downward to the left kote, or step to the left and strike downward to the right kote. Suki Kome, thrusting into. Starting from any kame, step forward and thrust into the uke's body with the kisaki tip. Kiri no hitoha, or ichiyo, falling palomino leaf. Each of the 5 techniques of Jutte's kata represent one of the 5 elements: chi, sui, ka, fu, and ku. This technique is chi, which is represented by the way you strike vertically downward to heavily drop the uke down to the ground. A palomino leaf is very thick and heavy, so when it falls, it hits the ground with a thud, hence the name of this technique. The uke is in a left forward daijodan with a katana and steps forward with the right leg for a karatakawari cut to the top of the head. The tori starts in a left forward kagete no kamae with the jutte in the right hand. When the uke is starting to make the movement forward, the tori kind of squats down very low to help with a springing action. As the uke starts to attack, the tori steps forward with the right leg to avoid the attack and moves through the kamae seigan no kamae to ten no kamae, which provides protection from the cut in an almost jodan uke-like fashion. The tori then leaps, turning counterclockwise into an ichi no kamae for a right kubi suji uchi, or strike to the left side of the neck. as if doing an omate shito, using the left elbow to also strike downward onto the left jowan or upper arm. Also, kake, or covering the uke's left kote with the left hand. As you strike the uke heavily down, sink your hips to knock the uke down to the ground. Raka, falling blossoms. This technique is the element sui, represented in the way that the falling blossoms, as opposed to the palomino leaves, flow downward in a very soft and gentle fashion. This technique also involves circular movements, which is also sui. The uke starts in a left forward daijōdan with a katana. He steps forward with the right leg for a downward cut to tento for karatakawari. The tore starts in a left forward seigan with the jutte in the right hand. As he senses the uke starting to move forward, he drops the hips low and lunges forward right with the right leg, doing a ski with the jutte to the face, which causes the uke to hesitate for a second. Grab over the uke's arms to the right kote with the left hand and apply omate gyaku, turning counterclockwise as you use the right forearm underneath the left arm to push upwards and around counterclockwise. As you are turning counterclockwise with the right leg, do uchimata to the uke's left leg. Version 2 starts the same as above, but you step left forward with the left leg going outside the cut. Grab the right elbow with the left hand and strike downward onto the right kote with the suka wa pommel end of the jutte. Then hook inside the wrist with the suka of the jutte as you grab the right shoulder with the left hand. Do a toe kick, shoko shinto, into suzu, the groin, and then bringing the right leg down and around clockwise down onto the right knee, throw the uke with omate gyaku. Then with the kisaki tip of the jutte, press downward into keichu, a point at the base of the skull on the back of the neck. Version 3 starts as above, but maybe you're a little late, so you have to catch the katana at the suka with the jutte. The kage hook is away from your body, and the mono uchi shaft of the jutte is to the outside between you and the katana. You step forward with the left leg, grabbing the right elbow with the left hand, using the left leg hook behind the uke's right leg and pressing downward with your knee to the outside of the uke's right knee as you rotate your right wrist clockwise, pinning the katana to your right hip with the edge of the katana away from the body. Press the uke down to the ground and take the sword away as you throw him. Mizotori, waterbird. This technique is ka, represented by how you aggressively move forward like fire. A waterbird, when going after fish, will dive down underwater and then pop up, which is represented how you go down onto your knee and then thrust upward for the ski. The uke starts in a left forward daijōdan and steps forward with the right leg to do a downward cut to tento. You start in Mizotori no Kame with the jutte in the right hand. As the uke starts to cut downward, you quickly step forward with the left leg dropping down and low onto the right knee, grabbing the jutte with both hands, thrust upward into suigetsu with the kasasagi. Gorin Kudaki, 5 elements crush. This technique is fu, which is represented with the wind-like movement going from the chi to the ten. The Go-Rin-To is a statue of the five elements going from the ground, chi, sui, ka, fu, ku, up to heaven. So the name here refers to the way you crush the uke down with striking force to the wrist and then thrust up with an upward action to strike to the head. The uke starts in a left forward daijōdan and steps forward with the right leg for a karatakawari downward cut to tento, the top of the head. The tori is in a left forward ichi no kamae, extending the right arm with the jutte in the right hand. Keeping the hips low, step forward right with the right leg as the uke cuts, using the boshin or shaft to ukanagashi the katana as in Jodan Ukemi in Bujutsu. Then strike downward to the right kote with a kote uchi with the mono uchi of the jutte. Then with a springing action strike upwards to asagasumi underneath the chin to strike and finish off the opponent. Mawashi Dori, turning capture. This technique is ku, which encompasses all the other elements. The uke is in a left forward daijōdan with the katana and steps forward with the right leg for a karatakawari downward cut to tento, the top of the head. The tori is in a left forward ichi no kamae with the jutte in the right hand. As the uke starts to move forward with the cut, the tori aggressively moves forward with the right leg, keeping the hips low, and captures the katana near the suka with the jutte. The boshin or shaft is off to the right side of the katana per the tori's viewpoint, and the kage hook is to the left. Then step forward with the left leg, bringing it to the right leg as you turn slightly clockwise, grabbing the right elbow with the left hand, then pushing with the left and right hands up and to your right to open the uke's chest. Do a right soko shinto toe sword kick to suigetsu to finish off the uke.